Okay, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abby. If you're new, welcome. And if you're not, then welcome back. I figured I would kind of do more of a chill, low-key video today and go over some life updates and do a little Q&A. So let's get right into it. So to start off with some life update. So clearly I am not in my home or in my apartment, in my dorm that I was in for sophomore year. I am actually living on campus in an apartment for the summer because I have 2 jobs. Woo! So exciting. And so I'm here in San Diego for the summer, which is actually kind of crazy for me because if you know me, you know I've gone on RV trips my whole life. And so this is the first summer where I'm not on an RV trip. And so it's kind of weird and I'm kind of getting used to that. It's also my first time having roommates because freshman year I didn't and this past year I didn't. And I've been taking some time to adjust. It's been really nice. I mean, I have a whole TV back there. I've been binging all my shows. Bed is super comfy, guys. I stay in there definitely way more than I should. I have closet, bathroom here, the desk that I'm propping my phone up on. I don't know, it's really nice. We have a whole kitchen and everything, and I'm so excited. It's kind of crazy because I moved in already a month ago and I'm here for another month. This summer's already going by so fast. I don't know, it's just kind of crazy. Yeah, I've been working 2 jobs. I'm definitely getting job experience, thank goodness, because you guys didn't see, but I was stressing so bad to find something for this summer, and what do you know, I found 2 jobs. Crazy, but I am so grateful. I'm having honestly so much fun here in San Diego. I have some friends who are still here. Most of my friends aren't here for the summer, which I definitely miss you all, and please come back soon because it can be definitely kind of lonely when most of the friends that I would usually see on a regular basis, I can't just text and be like, hey, can we hang out? I'm excited for the new school year to start. I've been doing just different things around here and in San Diego. I've already gone to the San Diego County Fair that's here. I've gone to Disneyland, which go watch that vlog. That was so fun. I have gone to like park. I've gotten a whole bunch of different food, just like different things around San Diego, because why not? I'm here for the summer. And I feel like that's pretty much it for life updates. And I mean, everything's going pretty well. I'm learning how to balance both my life, work, also having fun at the same time. I've gone to a few concerts. I have like one coming up, and so things are really exciting this summer. Definitely a whole new experience, and we're going through it together. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much my life update for right now, and I feel like this is a good segue to go into the Q&A part. Okay, so I asked you guys like in April to ask me questions literally about anything. And I know it's, well, now it's July that I'm getting to answer these questions. Don't mind that it's very late. That's fine. And so I figured I would just get right into it. Also, Lauren, you asked for a shout out. So shout out to you, Lauren. I already miss you. It sucks that you're leaving, and I can't wait to see you hopefully soon. I love you. Mwah. Okay, anyway, first question also happens to be from Lauren. She asked, why am I so old? Well, Lauren, see, just because I'm 20 doesn't mean that I'm old. Okay, I'm only 1 year older than you. You will get to my age eventually, and then everyone else is gonna call you Unc, just like you call me. Okay, so, okay, next question is, Kiss, Mary, Killed the Jonas Brothers. If you know me, you know how big of a Jonas Brothers fan I am. See the Vegas vlog for that weekend. Okay, y'all know Joe is my favorite by far, but I think I'm gonna have to say marry Kevin just because he seems like such a nice like family man, so sweet, and honestly he doesn't seem like he would be a bad husband. So I'm gonna marry Kevin. I'm gonna kiss Joe. That would be a dream. And then guys, don't attack me. Nick girlies, don't attack me. I'm gonna kill Nick. Yeah, I love you, Nick. If you ever see this, I love you all, but I gotta go with my gut choice. Hit me like a gut punch. Next question is, if you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what album would it be? Man, that is such a hard question. I love music, okay? My Spotify is probably my most used app besides my social media, and so, oh my gosh, I have to really think about this answer. You know what? I think I would have to say 1989 by Taylor Swift, just because I remember listening to that when it came out, like, I mean, mostly on the radio to begin with, but that had like such an impact on my childhood. I love pop music, and this is like the epitome of a pop album. And so if I had to listen just to one album, I feel like 1989 is such a good answer and just a reasonable answer, especially for the kind of music that I like, which I think 1989 is my favorite album of hers. So I would love to listen to 1989 if I had to choose just one album. Okay, someone asked how finals were going. It is now summer, so apologies for answering this extremely late, but finals went well. I ended up having all A's this semester, which is so exciting, especially because I took 6 classes this semester, which was 18 units. That's the most classes I've ever taken, which I was kind of stressed about it. But it turned out in the end, guys, I was somehow an academic weapon, and I locked in and I got all A's. Period. As I should. I mean, finals went well. I had, honestly, most of them were online. I think I only had 2 in person. It went well. The classes I were taking, I took a natural disasters class, which I actually really liked. I really liked my professor. And then I took a history of comic books class, which that was also very interesting. And that was a written essay. Then I took the art of theater, which was a requirement. So I was able to add my theater arts minor. And then I took American Indian Studies, which was my ethnic studies credit. And then I took exercise across the lifespan, which was for one of my GE requirements. And then history of television, which was for one of my disciplines, and I got all A's, period. See, that's the results you get when you lock in, guys. Lock in. Okay, next question, or I guess statement, was rank your top 10 pizzas. Thank you, Catherine, for this question. Love you. I'll give my top 5 because I don't think I have a top 10. So number 1, barbecue chicken. Number 2, margarita. Number 3, vodka. Number 4, honestly, any New York style. New York slice, so good, so good. And 5, I guess just plain cheese. There you go. That's my answer. Okay, next question is, what is your music hot take? And I kind of have 2. I don't actually think this first one is a hot take. I feel like just people need to do this more. Is when an album comes out, you're not gonna love it on the first run. I mean, maybe some songs stand out to you, or maybe some moments. People are so quick to judge an album when you have to let it marinate. Okay, there's been many songs on different albums that I didn't like at first through the first listen. An example I can think of is I didn't like My Man's Willpower by Sabrina Carpenter on her album Man's Best Friend. And then I kind of let it marinate, and a few days listened to it more and more, and then now I like it. I feel like people need to just listen to an album more than once, because I feel like most haters on different people's albums, they just hear it once and then they go online and they're like, oh my god, this is the worst thing this artist has ever put out. Maybe, but not necessarily. I think just more people need to listen, let it ruminate in their minds, listen to the music multiple times before they can actually make an opinion. On a side note though, I feel like we also it's okay to critique people's music, especially when you're a professional. I think people have this idea that if an artist is super popular, like Harry Styles or Taylor Swift, or for example, if people critique their work, then it comes off as like hate, if that makes sense. When in fact, because they're a professional, it's necessary to critique them. Give constructive criticism. I'm not saying just hate out of the blue and just say this is the worst thing I've ever listened to. What I'm saying is constructive criticism is necessary for people to improve their job. As much as it's good to like let the music marinate, let it like go in your brain, we also need to be able to be okay with critiquing people's work. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like The Life of a Showgirl. I personally liked it just because it was more pop compared to Torture Post Department, but that's just a personal thing. I didn't go online and be like, hey, this album is not like her last album, I'm just gonna purely hate on it. No, I personally liked it, but I can understand where people are coming from, that they're saying this is not her best lyrically or musically or whatever. whatever. We need to be okay with the fact that professionals, they need to be critiqued. So my second hot take, because that was kind of like one kind of giant ramble, is that if you are a fan of an artist, whether you've been since basically birth or just started listening to them like an hour ago, if you want to buy tickets, you are more than valid on buying those concert tickets, okay? You don't have to know every single song in the room to be a fan. People who have been like diehard fans since the beginning kind of have this like superiority complex, if you will, that they, I don't know, deserve the tickets more, or they say like, I better not lose the ticket war to someone who doesn't know this incredibly niche song. People who aren't fans aren't gonna go and try and buy tickets. So anyone who wants to buy a ticket, they deserve to be in that audience. It's just, it kind of annoys me that sometimes people are like, oh, I deserve it more than this person because I know their entire discography. I know all the facts about this person's life. I know blah, 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 you know? People wouldn't stand in line for a ticket if they didn't want to go see the artist. So that's kind of my hot take. I feel like if you are a fan, if you like, I don't care, even one song, you should be there in the audience. As long as you're vibing, okay? I kind of hate that people are just, when they're in the venue, they're standing around and they're not, it doesn't seem like they're having fun. I feel like if you do get a ticket, you should at least show like you like the artist, you know, if that makes sense. I've been to so many concerts where people are just standing there. I'm like, no, the whole point is to dance and have fun. Anyway, man, I went on a ramble. I guess I am very passionate about this topic and I didn't realize it. So those are my music hot takes. What made me choose SDSU? So to be honest, when I was applying to colleges, I never really had a dream college growing up or when I was applying. And so I applied to San Diego State because, to be honest, my sister, she went here. So I visited the campus quite a bit because of her. I kind of fell in love. Campus is beautiful. And I mean, it's in San Diego. Like, hello, the weather, there's so much to do, like the beach and everything. Once I like found out that I got in, I feel like subconsciously I kind of just knew. I was between SDSU and another school, but I was kind of thinking of going to the other school not for the right reason. I just realized, honestly, there was no other choice besides SDSU, and I was correct. I mean, this school is beautiful. I feel like I have so many opportunities to showcase what I can do on campus, and I've found really great people, and yeah, I definitely think SDSU was the right option for me. Okay, this one is kind of two-parter, so it's what is your major and why did you choose that? And if your major could be anything else, what would you choose and why? My major is interdisciplinary studies, which is emphasis in 3 disciplines of my choosing. So I chose English, television, film, and new media, and journalism and media studies, and I also added a theater arts minor. I chose this because I am such an indecisive person, and this honestly gave me a way to be well-rounded and honestly study multiple different subjects in one, which is honestly great because I have a hard time choosing sometimes of what I want to do, where I want to go, just honestly any decisions. So I thought it was a great opportunity to do the disciplines of my choosing, and it worked out really well. And I added a theater arts minor because it wasn't one of the disciplines I wanted to focus on, but I also wanted to add that to my plan just because I do love doing theater. I did it in high school. I've done 2 shows here on campus, and so things like that made me wanted to add the minor so I could get more experience for theater, because why not? Because I'm definitely finalized on, I'm not switching my major again, because I came in, my major was originally English and comparative literature. That's the major that got me into SDSU, but I kind of knew once I was admitted that I wasn't going to keep that. I was finally able to switch because of like credits and all that. But if I were to have to choose a different major, or I don't know, start over again, honestly, I think I would change. I would think I would do the same, or maybe just focus, now that I've been taking some of the classes, on just like digital media studies or graphic design. But honestly, I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm excited to start the new semester when I'm finally able to take like some of the minor classes because I just added it. So yeah, that's my major. Well, I like this question. If you could travel anywhere for 3 years, where would you go and why? So in any point in time, I honestly feel like it would be so fun to go to the 1980s, especially because my parents grew up in the 80s, and you know, all the movies we've seen, it just seems so like aesthetic. And to go back in time to a place where AI and technology wasn't completely taking over the world, I feel like it would be so fun to go to the 1980s. How fun would it be to see like my parents growing up? They didn't meet until the 90s, but like seeing them like in their childhood, seeing like my grandparents, like I don't know, I feel like that would be so fun, like a kind of Back to the Future type-esque stuff. And also the fashion and the music. How cool would it be if I could go to a Michael Jackson concert? I would be ecstatic. And all these like artists that I grew up loving because of my parents, I definitely think the 1980s is my answer. The next question is movie and TV show recs. Ooh, I got you. So if you haven't seen Off Campus already, same with Heated Rivalry, they're both amazing hockey shows, highly recommend. Friends, obviously my favorite TV show of all time. I love that sitcom. I'm currently watching The Vampire Diaries for the first time and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm about to be done with season 4 and I'm actually obsessed. Movies, I just watched Voicemails for Isabel. Such a good rom-com. Oh my god, I definitely cried, but it's so worth it. Highly recommend. I've been rewatching Heartstopper because the movie's coming out this month, which I'm so excited for. And I've also been watching Full House because I watched the reruns growing up and I've never actually watched it all the way through. So I started Full House. Honestly, it's bringing nostalgia for me. Teen Wolf, always a classic because I love Mr. Dylan O'Brien. Glee, iconic, all I have to say. Marvel movies, can always do a Marvel marathon, especially because the Spider-Man movie is coming out this month. Oh my god. For both movie and book, The Hunger Games, cannot recommend enough. That is everything about it. It's incredible. So watch both the movie and read the books too. I think those are good options to start. Those are what's on the top of my mind right now. I love all these silly, goofy questions that I'm getting. So the next one is, do I fold or roll my toilet paper? Man, I have to think about this. I'm not like conscious when I'm rolling toilet paper. I definitely don't fold it. I think it's more of like I crumple it, if that makes sense. Maybe I guess roll it then? Yeah, that's my answer. If you could only read one book for the rest of your life, what would it be? Man, this is hard, just like the album question. Well, I read so many books. Can I do a series? Is that cheating? If I would have to say a series, probably The Land of Stories. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with that series. By Chris Colfer, who played Kurt Hummel in Glee. Highly recommend. I've reread that series like 3 times at least, and I probably should do another reread. I love those books. If you had to make me do one book, I don't know. That's too hard. It's like choosing a favorite child. No, veto. I can't. But I gave you a favorite book series, which recommend. Definitely read that. So there's your answer. I really love this question. So it's, how long did it take you to travel to all 50 states and which one was the most memorable? So I've only been to 40, not quite there yet, but I can still give my answer of what's been the most memorable. By far, New York City. Well, New York, the state of New York, but specifically visiting New York City. So 2 years ago in 2024, it was kind of like my graduation present. I've always wanted to go to New York. It was like my top spot of what I wanted to visit. It definitely did not disappoint. We RV'd all the way to New York. We took us, I think, a little bit over 2 weeks to get there just because we were visiting different states. But I love that road trip. We visited so many historical places. Like we went to Philadelphia. We went to New York, which was stunning, though it was freaking humid and we kind of got caught in a thunderstorm, which was kind of fun. But New York was, honestly, it was magical. I literally still remember the first time we walked out of the subway and like being in New York and seeing it for the first time, like genuinely a core memory for me. And then we saw my favorite musical on Broadway, which is Moulin Rouge. Oh my gosh, love that musical. And I saw Derek Klena as Christian. It was, oh my god, it was absolutely incredible. Got my first like New York slice, saw the Statue of Liberty in person. Like it was absolutely incredible. That trip we also went to Connecticut, New Hampshire, a bunch of like the northeastern states. It was so memorable. Love that. My second option though, they're pretty close. but definitely New York is number one still, is in 2019, before, the world shut down, we drove to Alaska. You heard that right. We drove to Alaska. We went up through Oregon, Washington, through Canada, and then went to Alaska. And oh my god, it was beautiful. Beautiful. I cannot recommend. I think Alaska is definitely an underrated state. Despite its size, I feel like people just definitely need to visit there more. We went on a little boat ride, 3 hour tour. I had a reindeer dog, put ketchup on it, and my family was joking that I ate Rudolph. Sorry guys. The fish was absolutely delicious. I still remember that sandwich I had, and I go back to get it again. And the cool thing about Alaska is during the summer, it doesn't get dark at all. And so it was 2 a.m., but it looked like 10 in the morning, which was definitely something to get used to. And I remember when we finally got back into Canada and it was dark, it was definitely an adjustment to be oh my god, this is what darkness is like. It was kind of crazy. And yeah, Alaska was beautiful. So definitely those are my top two. The states I have left to go to are the southern states, which there's no way I'm going in summer because it's humid as heck, humid as hell. And then the upper northeastern states, so Maine, Delaware, Vermont, those are the ones I haven't been to. So my goal is one day definitely visit all 50 states, and I'm really close. I'm so grateful that my parents were able to provide such a memorable time growing up, going on these RV trips every break, and New York 100% is my number one. And my final question is tips on starting a YouTube channel. Well, you've come to the right place because I just started last year. Honestly, my number one tip is just start. I know that seems kind of redundant, but basically just film a video. It doesn't matter how good quality it is or how your editing is, you just gotta start. That is definitely my number one tip, because if you don't start, then how are you gonna have a YouTube channel? Put it simply that way. And then once you start posting more consistently, then you can improve on audio or lighting or editing, things that I've slowly had to incorporate and learn myself. Yeah, definitely just start posting whatever content you want it to be. Found the joy in just posting about my life, posting about college, what I'm experiencing, fun days I'm having. Just start and the rest will follow, and you'll find your audience, you'll find your niche, you'll find what you like creating, what kind of content you don't like creating, and just start posting, guys. Well, that is it for the Q&A portion of this video. So that means we are done with the video for today. Thank you for watching. I hope this was insightful, maybe that you guys got to know me a little bit more. I don't know. This is kind of a chill, low-key video because I'm trying to balance life and work and everything while being in a new environment. So this is the first video where I'm actually in this apartment, so I'm still kind of figuring that out. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you stayed this long, comment down below your favorite emoji, because why not? And I will see you next time. I love you so much and have a great day. Bye.